So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop. Prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No! You can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. You might have heard that live shopping is exploding, and I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. How are you? Happy Monday. I almost didn't push the button. There's so many buttons in this place. It's like, you got to push all these buttons just to do a silly podcast, but that's okay. Happy Monday. Good to have you here today. We're going to talk today about succeeding at a higher level, and I'm going to show you how to do it, okay? It is the Daily Boost from motivationtomove.com. Happy to have you here today. My name is Scott Smith. Come on in. Let's start this week strong, okay? Motivated, inspired. Well, maybe. We'll see what we can do. Sometimes the stuff I teach you, you're like, man, that wasn't very motivating. Yeah. Some of the best motivation I've had in my life was a swift kick in the butt. You too? Hey, thanks for all the connections on Instagram. Hey, Scott Smith, how you reach me there? You can email me at scott@dailyboostpodcast.com. A lot of folks are coming through asking me about my inner circle. I have to tell you, as today we talk about succeeding at a higher level, it's really amazing to me, and this is something it took me a very long time to learn, that when people kind of get away from all the craziness, the 18 podcasts a day kind of thing, all the books, and just diving in, and just instead, we just scrape it back like we did on Friday, back to something kind of basic. It doesn't take a lot to really get what you want. And that's kind of what we're doing on the inner circle. Matching and connecting all these patterns, simplifying very, very busy people until they finally see what's really driving them. It is just amazing. I wish I could say it happened overnight. It really doesn't. It takes time. Sometimes it takes months before you really get it settled in. And I wish I could tell you we could fix it overnight. Not going to be that guy. I used to be that guy. I lied to you. I did. I just said what I thought I was supposed to say. It worked, yes, but ultimately it took a while to get it really where we wanted to go. So if that resonates with you and you'd like to step into an inner circle, it is not a group for beginners. It is not a group for people that are trying to pay the bills. It is pricier. It's professional, mid-level, high-level career people. But if you're that kind of person and I resonate with you, because trust me, I'm running this thing. If I resonate with you, shoot me a note. Scott@dailyboostpodcast.com or Hey Scott Smith on Instagram. Let me know you want to know. I'll send you all the info. You don't even have to talk to me. I'll just send you everything. And if you like it, well, we'll talk about coming in, okay? Have you done your homework? I did that for the folks who've listened to me for 20 years now. For I think 18 years, was it? Maybe 19? I asked you on a Monday morning, have you done your homework? And all I said was, have you looked into how your life is going? How's your life going? Retrospectively, look at the back week, the week behind, And did it go the way you wanted it to go? Because if it didn't, we can now prospectively change it. Something you play with today. Take a few minutes when the show's over and just say, the past week, how did it go? Watch what happens. So today we'll talk about success. How's that? Going to poke at something for a second here a little bit. Have you ever noticed how people don't actually want to succeed? That's a big controversy. I mean, I think you kind of want to, but mostly what you want to do is you want to talk about succeeding. It's just a great idea, isn't it? Let's talk about succeeding. But the minute the road gets narrow, the minute it requires choosing one thing over everything else, then suddenly, oh man, it's crazy. Because people like to keep their options open, don't they? They don't want to get trapped. I'm that guy too. It's usually a code for I don't want to commit. Oh, and that's more than just men. Everybody says it, okay? Because success is going to demand a certain level of commitment and focus, right? But everybody wants to talk about it. They talk a good game. They stay busy all day long, but they don't actually get it to happen. Let me stop for a second and say, whenever I use the word success, I'm always like very cognizant that it can mean just about anything. But it's a word that we all understand. So for you, it could be, hey, man, I'm a success when I make $10 million. Others, I'm a success because I feel calm and peaceful. I don't care what it is. There's a group that I stumbled on months and months ago, maybe because of my age, on Facebook called Epic Retirement. Kind of fun. It's like 700,000 people in this group. Epic Retirement, right? So Epic would say successful retirement, basically, right? People see it so many different ways. Some people see it as having $10 million for retirement. Others see it as, hey, I'm good, man. I got time to go out in the garden. So interesting. Check it out if you want to, okay? A little sidebar there for you. I've been thinking about this because I talk to a lot of smart, capable people. I mentioned earlier my inner circle. They're mid-career, upper career, experienced, talented professionals, entrepreneurs, people like that. They've done well. They're doing well. They're working at it. They're not beginners. But they feel like they're playing at 70% and they want to go higher. And the question always circles back to the same thing. What does it really take to succeed at a higher level? Not motivational poster success, real success. And by the way, I love me a good motivational poster. I got a couple right here. In fact, what's the one here? It says, good vibes only in my studio right now. That's the one right next to me. Real success, the kind that shifts your identity. I had a great conversation recently. I met somebody at church, I think. Really good at what they do. Natural talent, great instincts, but so scattered. 3 projects, a couple of sides, a maybe plan, maybe someday plan. You all David Allen fans? 5 books at one time, listening to every podcast, watching YouTube tutorials, just doing all the things, right? Busy, not advancing. And I could feel in their voice frustration, but also avoidance, if you will, because succeeding at a higher level isn't complicated when you really think about it. It's uncomfortable. And here's maybe a clarity shift, we'll call it for you. Yeah, come on, pull out a coach word. We have clarity shift. Let's shift your clarity here. Understanding that underneath the striving, underneath the desire to be the best, what you're really wrestling with is identity. Higher level success requires a narrower identity. And that feels risky, doesn't it? When you say, this is what I do, when you say, this is my lane, when you say, I'm not dabbling anymore, you close doors. Adults don't like closing doors. They like options. Options feel safe. I love options. But when I close the doors, I get good at what I do. Mastery lives in constraint. When you just get down to the basics, there's a Stoic quote, if you wish you were good at something, first believe you are bad at it. That's hard. I'm not bad at anything. I believe, I can do anything possible. But I have learned over time that there's a lot of people who do much better than I am until I kind of get into it and focus. So what's a common sense translation? Drop the ego, pick a lane, get to work. Let me say that slowly. It was so simple, most people miss it. Drop the ego. Yeah, I don't want to. Pick a lane. Yeah, but which lane? Decision fatigue. Get to work. Oh, I don't want to work. I want the laptop lifestyle, man. Give me freedom. That's it, really, though. Let's talk about what that really means, right? Higher level stuff.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Hi, this is Zoe Deutsch.
And Nick Robinson. Our brand new movie, Voicemails for Isabel, is all about those little moments that feel like the universe is looking out.
Feeling homesick, then your sister calls.
Hearing that perfect song exactly when you need it. Sometimes life rigs things in our favor, like learning about your new favorite rom-com, Voicemails for Isabel. Now playing only on Netflix.
First, do what you love and you're naturally good at. That sounds obvious. It's not. I can't tell you how many capable people just like you are grinding away at somebody else's game. Yeah, they got it going on. They're respected. Not their wheelhouse, though. When you operate at your natural strengths, you don't have to push hard. You have leverage, and leverage beats hustle every single time. Second, focus on and toward mastery. This is where it gets uncomfortable. You can't be a generalist at a high level. The Daily Boost podcast is actually a generalist kind of show. It attracts a ton of people, but if you listen to what I pay attention to here, it's very specialized. I don't really know how to do everything. I can get you motivated, but when we get down to it, I know how to do a few things, and usually that's kind of climb high up the ladder. You can be versatile, yes, but you can't be scattered. The world rewards specialists and experts. The brain rewards repetition. Oh no, you didn't say the word repetition. Yes, I did. I know. I hate repetition. I do. Listen, before I got in this business, I was all over the place. I scattered everywhere. In fact, before my first wife passed away, we just kind of floated around doing stuff. It was fantastic. I was good at what I did, but I was just moving and just floating all over the place. Then I married Joy, and Joy doesn't do that. She's a repetition freak. That's all she does. Drives me insane. Drove me insane for years. My God, you get out of bed, do the same thing every single day. And before you know it, I was doing the same thing. I was eating the right food every day. I was working out most days of the week. I had a routine. Repetition rewarded. And it got easier too, because I didn't have to think about it. Neuroscience shows that repeated focused practice literally strengthens your neural pathways. It's called by elimination. The insulation around the neural circuits get thicker. Translation, you get faster, cleaner, sharper. Some people call it doing the reps. I mentioned that I do the audio at church sometimes. I'm an old guy doing audio, okay? Lots of flashy buttons, lots of things. It's kind of hard to do. I do the reps. I just do more and more and more than anybody else is willing to do. To the point that, wow, how'd you get so good? Just did the reps, man. How about this podcast? 5,200 episodes. I don't even know how easy some of this stuff is for me. And it's a hot mess half the time. I get it, but it's who I am. But I teach people how to do what I do. I have clients who are trying to learn to do what I do. And what I do without even thinking about it, it's going to take them 2 years. Wow. To get faster, cleaner, sharper when you put the reps in. Not because you're motivated, because you stayed in the lane long enough for your brain to adapt. It doesn't happen that if you pivot every 6 weeks, that can't happen. Third, spend more time doing than learning. Now, this one hurts for a lot of people, especially smart people. We love learning. Learning feels productive. It feels safe. It feels like progress. AI will make you feel smart until it makes you stupid. You'll feel like you're learning until you realize nothing's stuck. It is so easy to get caught in the algorithms these days and feel like you're learning and not doing. And you wake up one day and you can't pay the bills and you wonder why, because you've been busy learning. But knowledge isn't wisdom. Wisdom only shows up after you made a few mistakes. Experience is earned. It's not downloaded. So I've been in media my entire adult life. Media. Thousands of episodes, tens of thousands of television shows. Really, literally have just done so much stuff. It's 45 years now, right? It's a long time. At some point, you stop trying to be good. You just are. Because you did it long enough. I show up. I sure wish I could be better for you. I really do. I have this hope and desire in my heart that I could give you this amazing show, reach down to your heart, teach you something, and actually do it without slurring words and all that kind of stuff. Evidently, not going to happen. I stopped trying to be good. Instead, it started just showing up. Fourth, hire a coach. I say that carefully because, not because it's trendy, but because when you're good, really good, you cannot see your own blind spots. Like they say, you can't read the label from inside the bottle, right? You can see everyone else's. Yours, not much. A coach doesn't motivate you. A coach calibrates you. That's what I do on my inner circle. These are smart people. They've had coaches before. They know what they're doing. And yet they get on my call and suddenly I see them completely just stopped in their tracks because I caught something they didn't catch. And it happens dozens of times every time I get on that one call every single week. That's why I hire a coach. Catch what you can't catch. Sometimes the difference between second place and first is one adjustment. You don't see it, they do. Play golf, play pickleball, play anything. Have you noticed one little thing gets it done? And finally, keep going until you get what you want. That's not talk, hype talk, I guess. That's standard, right? It was your idea to pursue this path, right? I mean, let's assume it was, that you decided to go down a certain road to succeed at whatever you decided to do. Nobody forced you to do it. You decided one day, I got an idea, I'm going to do it. You chose it, which means you also get to enjoy the privilege of that choice. Most people quit before their identity shifts, right before things click. And the trick is the click. That moment in time you go, hey, I've arrived. And by the way, you're going to arrive a million times before you finally arrive. Right before the momentum compounds, there's resistance. It feels like you want to stop. Higher level performers interpret resistance as a sign that they're close. Now let me slide into maybe Friday mode for a second on a Monday. How's that? You don't need another planner. You don't need another productivity app. You don't need another or clarification or certification. You need fewer tabs open. You need one direction. You need to stop rebranding yourself every quarter. Yes, I'm talking to me too. There's something almost funny about human behavior. We want good results. We also want hobby level focus sometimes. We want mastery. We don't want monotony. We want first place. But we don't want to look silly while we're learning. That's not how it works. Higher level success is boring until it isn't. Repetition, adjustment, repetition, adjustment. That's it. And suddenly you're operating at a level most people can't even touch. It looks effortless to you. It wasn't. It was focused. So I'll pay attention to something this week, okay? Not the corporate checklist, just something to think about. Your actual wheelhouse, what is it? Not what pays the bills, not what sounds impressive. Where's your natural edge? Are you spreading yourself too thin because it feels safe? What if you picked a direction just for the next 90 days and refuse to pivot? And who is qualified to see you can do that? If you answer those honestly, you know your next move. It isn't personal growth as performance. It's personal growth grown up. It's higher level success. It isn't louder. It's narrower. It's calmer. It's more deliberate. So you want to pick your lane. You want to stay on your wheelhouse. Wait a second. That's mixing metaphors, Scott. You can't put a wheelhouse in a lane. You can't. I can. It's my podcast. I can do whatever the heck I want to do. I told you that before. That's the rule, okay? Stay in it, whatever it is. Let your brain catch up to your ambition, all right? Show up awake. That's a reset for you guys. Oh, my goodness. Essentially, I guess what I'm saying is pick something, stick with it until you get it. Hey, Scott Smith at Instagram, Scott at dailyboostpodcast.com to send me an email. And I will see you tomorrow on the Daily Boost.